Badgers return home and pick up a victory, number 6 on the season. And with that, Wisconsin has become bowl eligible for the 17th consecutive year. A 31-17 victory against Rutgers. Jonathan Taylor helps lead the way with 208 rushing yards and 3 touchdowns. We'll recap Saturday's game. We'll also hear from another former Badger back in town, Leon Jacobs, now with the Jacksonville Jaguars. And we'll have our weekly sit-down with head coach Paul Chryst. All coming up on today's edition of the Badger Sports Report.
Trips to the right for Wisconsin. Davis, A.J. Taylor, and Kendrick Pryor. Jonathan Taylor to the left of Pornybrook in the shotgun. Here's the snap. The give goes to Jonathan Taylor up the middle and into the end zone. Touchdown, Wisconsin. They waste very little time. The Badgers take it down the field, 65-yard march. Jonathan Taylor from 5 yards out gets the first points of the game. Justin Davidovitz is on to try a 46-yard field goal just inside the left hash mark. Here's the snap. Spot, the kick is blocked. And it's gathered by Dakota Dixon. Running left, 25-30, 35-40. Outside the numbers to the 50. Dixon, 45 and out of bounds. Near the 40-yard line of Rutgers. A blocked kick. And Dakota Dixon brings it back as the Badgers in great shape again. 2nd and 1 for the Rutgers 38-yard line. Cone, here's to Taylor. 35-30, breaks loose. He's gone at the 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Wisconsin. Jonathan Taylor, a 38-yard run, and it's 16-0 Wisconsin. Jonathan Taylor back in at running back. The 18-yard line, they give to Taylor again, straight ahead to the 15, Taylor to 10, to the 5, touchdown, Wisconsin. 3rd of the day for Jonathan Taylor. This time an 18-yard run as the Badgers continue to pound away on the ground, and the lead is 20. And he'll hand off to Jonathan Taylor into the lineup across the 30-yard line and moving the stack, still moving it. Oh my goodness, across the 35, across the 40-yard line. He moved that bad boy about 10, 15 yards up to the 42-yard line of Wisconsin.
We always talked about this week, running through guys and keeping your legs moving. So, just tried to stay up as long as possible. And then I had the guys behind me. They always say they have my back, and that was a first-hand example.
The sheer will to not fall down it's unreal because of all that weight, and then it gives us a chance too to just kind of run into a group of people and just kind of run your feet. So it's not bad. It's a lot of fun. It kind of is. It's neat. It's fun.
Cone takes the shotgun snap. 4-man Rutgers rush. Cone looks, throws to the right. Ferguson catches at the 40, 35-yard line. Makes a man miss inside the 30 and down near the 26-yard line. They'll mark at the 27, and that is good work by the redshirt freshman tight end. Receivers including Jake Ferguson to the left, Danny Davis to the right. Shotgun snap to Cone. Looks, throws for Davis. Makes the catch inside the 5. Lunges to the goal line. Ball popped out, but he broke the plane. Touchdown, Wisconsin. A signal for the touchdown as Danny Davis reaching across and broke the plane of the goal line. 4, pocket tight, ball's kicked in the air, picked off by T.J. Edwards, and he's all alone. In zone, it is caught for the touchdown. To the 20, to the 10, 5, touchdown Wisconsin. Pressure, and he is sacked just outside the goal line. A big, big win for the Wisconsin Badgers.
The Badger Sports Report with Paul Chryst is presented by Mercedes-Benz. Drive yours at Zimbrick European. And UW Health Sports Medicine, the healthcare team for the Badgers. Learn more at uwsportsmedicine.org.
It's times like these when you've got to stay centered. The 2018 Nissan Rogue, with available Pro Pilot Assist that can help keep you centered in your lane. Experience it only at your local Nissan store. Now the most exciting tech you own is in your driveway.
Get to Nissan, proud supporter of college athletics.
is Gemütlichkeit, the spirit of Wisconsin. Eddie feels it. Kim embraces it. Even brother and sister get along. Friendship, warmth, and good cheer. That's Gemütlichkeit, and that's Wisconsin.
My salesperson is Joe Santowski, and from the moment I first walked through the doors here and he extended his hand to greet me, it's been the best relationship since then. He knows this brand and cars in general so well that I trusted him from the moment I met him. He was obviously so interested in exactly what I was looking for, what I wanted, but let me explore on my own.
There is a boy who likes tractors and trains, a boy whose heart was far too strained. He was sick, you see, with a heart that broke. His heart needed fixing, his family needed hope. Enter our doctors with their newfangled tests. Enter our teams whose care is the best. Healthy and happy, the little boy's back, playing with tractors and trains on his track. UW Health and the American Family Children's Hospital. Remarkable.
Receivers including Jake Ferguson out to the left. Danny Davis comes out wide to the right. Garrett Groshek in the backfield. Brook in the gun, takes, back to throw, four-man rush. Alex guns it right side, caught by Ferguson, a first down across the 40-yard line, across the 45, and wrestled down at the 47-yard line of Wisconsin. So the setback is Blackshear. He'll hand off to Blackshear, who runs right into the waiting arms of Andrew Van Ginkel. Gain of a couple for Raheem Blackshear to the 10-yard line. Second down and 8. First down, Cone. Back to throw, rolls to the right, pass caught across the 30, 35, that's Taylor. Jonathan Taylor across the 40, 45, 50, inside the 45 of Rutgers, and down to the 44, 42-yard line. Trevor Moore is on the tackle, so the first pass attempt of the day for Jack Cone, and it's Jonathan Taylor with the catch and a big gain into Rutgers territory. Cone takes the snap, he'll give the deal again off the right side, outside the numbers 25, Taiwan inside the 20. And he will just punish defenders. Isaiah Wharton, the cornerback over there. Deontay Roberts, the linebacker as well.
31-17, the Badgers defeat Rutgers on Saturday at Camp Randall Stadium. Jonathan Taylor, his 6th 200-yard rushing game in his career, which is now a grand total of 23 games. A lot of superlatives about this guy, but I want to get this now because I don't want to forget it. It can be easy as a fan, as an observer, to fall into the trap like ho-hum. It's not. 200 yards when everybody knows that you have to try to focus on him says a lot.
It does say a lot, and it certainly says a lot about JT, and yet he'll be the first one to admit, how it takes everyone. And I think that's one of the things I admire most about JT is the approach that he takes, and it's a consistent approach, and yet he's humble enough to know that it takes everyone, and yet he is so talented. I thought about that when he, reached 1,000 yards and no fanfare, not much going on, and you talk about that 6 200-yard games. That's something. Mm-hmm. And like I said, it takes everyone, but it is something special.
He is one of those guys that, and there are a lot of them in sports where, and it can be a good thing that you don't necessarily know if the last play or the last game was good or bad because he's just driven. If he has a great game, he thinks that's fine, but I could do this, this, and this better. That's probably why he's really good.
No, you're exactly right. And even when and he hasn't had many, but when it doesn't go as well, he's consistent. There was an edge to him, mm-hmm. Certainly, and I think it's driven by the right motives, and that's that I can do more for this team, and that's what I appreciate from the guys. It's. I think there's always a personal pride, and they want to be able to contribute, but it's really, I can do more for this team. And when they do, they're proud of that. And when they don't, I think they feel like they're letting people down. And I think overall, JT's probably a good microcosm for the team, mm-hmm. as far as I was proud of the way everyone bounced back. And it started with a good week of preparation, and then you got to play the game. And a lot of people chipped in, and a lot of people really did some good things, and not all perfect, never is, but I was proud of that. But JT is, he's something, he is special.
What a lift, I would think, too, for the defense to get Dakota Dixon back in there, to get Isaiah Loudermilk, however many snaps that they can give you. Only they know and their teammates know what it takes to come back off of an injury. That's got to be an uplift for everybody, though. Hey, those are two really good guys who got back in there.
No doubt, and Isaiah, he had the one, he's good enough. He draws a penalty on him, but Dakota, just the energy that he brings to the team, and I think particularly for seniors, when they miss time, and the clock is ticking, they know the clock's ticking, and so he was just so grateful, and I think you felt that come out of him in getting back on the field, and it really started during the week, but certainly felt it today, and it is good. And yet Evan Bondock still made a couple good plays and going, but there's not one person that wasn't excited to see those two out there.
With the win comes bowl eligibility, and that's 17 straight years now, and you have 6. You do what you can to get to 7 and all of that, but it does say something, doesn't it? I mean, it's the longest streak in the Big Ten. So you've been able to avoid that really tough, the sub-500 year. It is something to be embraced, I hope.
I think it's really important, and I've always felt that, and been fortunate here to be a part of a lot of those bowl teams, and for a number of reasons, it's something that's earned. There is no guarantee that it's going to happen, and as a coach, I've always been so thankful for the opportunity to earn another game, and particularly when you're with a team that you like, and then also, I think there is that too, that you don't want to be that group. When there's streaks going, you don't want to be that team that is part of the reset button. So, in a lot of different ways, it's significant, and it's always been, let's earn the right to play another game, and now let's try to make that game a little bit bigger, and you do that by trying to finish out the season the right way.
And to get the 6, the running game, we mentioned with Jonathan, but he got cranked up, period. Jack Cohn at the controls in the second half. Some throws from him as well, so you see a start point for him this year against Northwestern, and when Alex went down, he came in. He doesn't seem like a guy who lacks confidence to begin with, but are you seeing a little bit more of a growth in that area with him in his short time?
I think any time that you're playing, and certainly, Jack would be the first to admit, you hate to go in because of something that happened, and certainly we don't know right now, but you hope Alex comes back. But I think more than anything, Jack felt, he took that personal, and he wanted to be able to do more for the team. And so I think to get back on the field, especially a week later, and to contribute to some good things. And early, he went in the whole third quarter, I don't think we threw one pass, but he was as upbeat as anyone, and then, had a couple opportunities and did some good things there. So it was good for him to get back in. Like I said, you hate it, and coming off of, because of an injury, but it was certainly good for him to get back in and be part of a victory.
Gets a touchdown pass to Danny Davis. Had the effort, reaching the ball out. It worked. You good? Good with that? Did he have enough clearance to be able to
Yeah, because he knows that JT's probably getting his 4th then, or whatever that was. So the receivers, they've talked about that a little bit too, and they know that if it's 1st and goal on the 1, probably not going to. They're coming off the field. So I think, and I was proud of the way that Danny played today, and he was competing on it. And you're right, though. That is one of those tricky ones. You got to be right on it. And you know what? He was. So I'm happy for him.
Yeah, good for him getting into the end zone. Badgers get the win. Coach returns in a few minutes with this week's Great Day and Great Question of the Week. Stay with us.
Ever since she can remember, she's wanted to become a doctor, a surgeon to be exact. Maybe it's because she's good at science, or because she loves math, or maybe it's because Lydia was born with a serious craniofacial anomaly, a cleft lip and palate that required a series of complex surgeries. And now she just wants to help others, just like the surgeons at UW Health helped her. UW Health in the American Family Children's Hospital. Remarkable.
Obviously, we didn't play the game we wanted to play last week, but we were able to, do some things a lot better this week. And I thought the communication was the biggest thing. And when everyone's on track mentally and knowing what we're doing, we're pretty hard to stop. So I think it was kind of our goal, just to come out hot, bring some energy. And I thought for the most part, we were right on it.
I mean, you gotta cherish your win, but at the same time, you gotta look and see what you can do better, and if you could have beaten them worse than you did or whatnot. So, yeah, you cherish your win, but you also gotta move forward pretty fast. I think that's something I think we'll kind of get together here in these next couple of weeks is just being able to do that and play the whole game. We've had the bits and pieces, we just need to put it all together.
Never want to go, 2 losses in a row, so it's essential, after a loss that you guys come together and you bounce back, and the way you do it is, you work every single day at practice on the little details and minor things to make sure you come out with the win. I felt like we had a good week of practice, and one of the biggest emphasis was making sure it translated over into the game.
Me and JT, we talked on the sideline, and we knew we had to come out and we had to make a statement. So that was definitely our mindset, to come out, run the ball hard, soften those guys up, and open some things up.
I think it was a group effort, though, just because everybody. I thought our second half, I thought we did a really good job being able to get on our blocks and move people. So, and obviously Jonathan and Taiwan did their part as well.
Jonathan's a special player. He's a great guy too. The offensive line, he wouldn't be able to do it without them. So they bust their behind week in and week out for him, and he's been doing a great job taking advantage of the unit we have out there, and obviously the holes he's getting. So
he's a really good player. He's dynamic, all that stuff. But I mean, we'd still be able to run the ball with the other guys, but having him back there and having all those guys back there, it gives us a bunch of confidence that the run game should be a staple that we can always get to.
You guys all see that guy's he's special, he's different, he's unbelievable. I mean, there's not enough words to describe him, and I think the whole team's blessed to have him here.
I mean, taking out Lepay and replacing him with a true freshman, that's something hard to do, because Lepay's, in my eyes, one of the top D linemen I've seen. And the way Bryson did come in and he attacked it is what he did. He brought a great mentality, because he knew he was going to get the start from the time we figured out what it was that had happened to Lepay. But he definitely attacked the week, and I thought during the game he did a great job. But I mean, he's still a young guy. He still has a lot of room to grow, which is exciting, because he'll be a heck of a player.
I think we still need to be better. I mean, as a captain, I'm excited we won, happy. We're going to enjoy it, but we're going to watch the film and see stuff that we can still be better with, because we expect more out of ourselves. We should still be playing really clean football, and we'll get there. But, I mean, after every game, there's stuff where you go, could be better there, but I think there's going to be some stuff in this game where we're going to say we can clean that up.
My salesperson is Joe Santowski, and from the moment I first walked through the doors here and he extended his hand to greet me, it's been the best relationship since then. He knows this brand and cars in general so well that I trusted him from the moment I met him. He was obviously so interested in exactly what I was looking for, what I wanted, but let me explore on my own.
Flu season. It'll get here before you know it. Good thing it's never too soon to get your flu shot at Hy-Vee. Save yourself some worry and get your flu shot today. Plus, use your Hy-Vee Fuel Saver Plus Perks card and you can save 20 cents a gallon on gas. There's no appointment necessary, so why wait for the flu to get you? Visit your Hy-Vee pharmacy and get your flu shot plus your 20-cent Hy-Vee Fuel Saver discount today. Some restrictions apply.
Did you know there's a Mahindra for everyone and every job? Test drive and save during Harvest Demo Days. Like a 6075 four-wheel drive, a 9125, a 2538 or 2638 HST, and a 1526 or 1626 HST. And test drive Mahindra's utility vehicles too, only from the world's #1 selling tractor, Mahindra. Hurry in for the best savings of the year at your Wisconsin Mahindra dealer.
It's times like these when you've got to stay centered. The 2018 Nissan Rogue, with available Pro Pilot Assist that can help keep you centered in your lane. Experience it only at your local Nissan store. Now the most exciting tech you own is in your driveway.
Get to Nissan, proud supporter of college athletics.
The Hawkeyes with a 3rd and 10 at their own 30. 2 receivers right, 1 on the left. Stanley in the shotgun, not ready for the snap. It goes off of Stanley and a pile inside the 25. And coming up with it is Wisconsin, Leon Jacobs, and he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Wisconsin. Miscommunication on the shotgun snap. A scramble for the ball. Jacobs scoops and Jacobs scores, and it's 23-14 Wisconsin.
I'm Lexi Graytek, and I'm here with former linebacker for Wisconsin and current Jacksonville Jaguar, Leon Jacobs. Now, Leon, how different is it to be back on the sidelines, but as an alum?
Yeah, it's different, seeing it from a different lens. But it's good to see all my old teammates and stuff.
What do you miss most about being a Badger?
Just being with all the guys, the camaraderie we have. Coming back, seeing TJ, Ryan, Ben Ginkle, so it's been good.
How bad do you want to throw a jersey on and get back out there with your former teammates?
So bad. It's a little bit cold right now, but obviously I want to go out there and play with them.
That's a rookie mistake. You've been here for 4 years. What, you should know to bring a parka?
I know, I wasn't thinking.
And how has Wisconsin's football program helped you with the transition of the NFL?
Taught me a lot. Just with the discipline we have, obviously coming in, doing your job, being a pro. Wisconsin helped me so much throughout my career.
Sindelar takes, looks to throw, has time, steps up, now dances off to his right, and he will throw it up right side. It is intercepted by Leon Jacobs.
Flu season. It'll get here before you know it. Good thing it's never too soon to get your flu shot at Hy-Vee. Save yourself some worry and get your flu shot today. Plus, use your Hy-Vee Fuel Saver Plus Perks card and you can save 20 cents a gallon on gas. There's no appointment necessary, so why wait for the flu to get you? Visit your Hy-Vee pharmacy and get your flu shot plus your 20-cent Hy-Vee Fuel Saver discount today. Some restrictions apply.
It's times like these when you've got to stay centered. The 2018 Nissan Rogue, with available Pro Pilot Assist that can help keep you centered in your lane. Experience it only at your local Nissan store. Now the most exciting tech you own is in your driveway.
Get to Nissan, proud supporter of college athletics.
They are the ones who found a way to isolate a single prostate cancer cell hidden amongst a billion healthy blood cells. The ones pioneering advanced genomic testing in order to create personalized treatment protocols. They are the ones you want to talk to when the diagnosis is prostate cancer. They are the physicians and healthcare professionals at UW Health and the Carbone Cancer Center. UW Health. Remarkable.
The Learfield Directors Cup, the highly recognized mark of distinction in college athletics across all divisions, both men's and women's sports. Follow your favorite team's pursuit for excellence in this prestigious annual award through thedirectorscup.com, USA Today, or at L Directors Cup on Twitter or Facebook. Learfield Directors Cup, the crowning achievement in college athletics since 1993.
The Badger Sports Report with Paul Chryst is presented by Hy-Vee, where there's a healthful smile in every aisle. Hy-Vee proudly supports the Wisconsin Badgers. And UW Health Sports Medicine, the healthcare team for the Badgers. Learn more at uwsportsmedicine.org.
Time for this week's Great Dane Great Question of the Week. A Badger fan up near Cleveland, Ohio, checking in. Carl from Cleveland wants to hear from you, Coach, on Michael Dieter, who I guess quietly started for the 50th time in his Badger career. That's some rare errors. Your thoughts on how this young man has developed in his time here?
How about that? I mean, first of all, that, to start's a big deal in Division I football. And then to get 50 of them says a ton about Michael and the durability and obviously the talent level and also the teams, because you're adding some extra games in that. and yet he has been a blast to be around, and you know, you feel fortunate. And he's an unbelievable worker, a guy that, you know, just by the number of positions that he's started at tells you that he'll do anything for this team, and that it is impressive. And you know, what's fun is that he had a high bar, you know, last year, and really kind of what he's played into, you know, coming back, but I think he's playing his best football, and for that you're truly grateful. And he makes every day fun to be around him, and you know, cares about this team a ton, and so it's an impressive stat though. And like you said, was it four people, and it's that's something to be proud of.
Yeah, it is. Guys like Chris McIntosh, Bill Ferrario off those great offensive lines of the late 90s, and Sojourn Shelton, a very good corner here. So it's a pretty rare era that Michael Beater is a part of. Thanks so much for your question, the Great Dane. With the 4 locations in Madison, East Side, Downtown, Fitchburg, and Hilldale. Back at the Hilldale location with Coach Chryst on Thursday night at 6 o'clock, and of course the Great Dane in Wausau. Badgers on the road for the next 2 weeks. Coming up this Saturday, Wisconsin will play at Penn State. We'll talk to you next week. Thanks for watching.
Did you know there's a Mahindra for everyone and every job? Test drive and save during Harvest Demo Days. Like a 6075 four-wheel drive, a 9125, a 2538 or 2638 HST, and a 1526 or 1626 HST. And test drive Mahindra's utility vehicles too, only from the world's #1 selling tractor, Mahindra. Hurry in for the best savings of the year at your Wisconsin Mahindra dealer.
My salesperson is Joe Santowski, and from the moment I first walked through the doors here and he extended his hand to greet me, it's been the best relationship since then. He knows this brand and cars in general so well that I trusted him from the moment I met him. He was obviously so interested in exactly what I was looking for, what I wanted, but let me explore on my own.
Progress is an endless challenge. Here at the University of Wisconsin, we're a community of innovators in constant motion. We think on our feet, connect with each other, and hit our stride, pushing past limits. Progress is an endless challenge, but it is only those up to the challenge who change the game.